It's nearly the end of Season 1 of Doctor Who. The 7th and penultimate episode, The Legend of Ruby Sunday, is written by showrunner Russell T Davies and is dropping worldwide this weekend. The plot remains shrouded in a lot of mystery, with many questions still in the air. However, it seems we'll be finally delving into the origins of Ruby Sunday, thanks to the help of UNIT. Meanwhile, the Doctor encounters a billionaire tech mogul, Susan Triad, who bears a very familiar face. As far as the plot goes, that's all we know. That's it. However, maybe episode clips and pictures reveal more that meets the eye. It's that time of week as I pour through all the promotion materials for the upcoming episode to try and decide what I can. At the end, we'll theorize and stretch the imagination to try and paint a picture where all these story arcs have been leading. A quick warning, these are real pictures and clips of The Legend of Ruby Sunday. So if you'd rather go into this video spoiler free, or episode spoiler free, now's the time to click away, or you can stay here and learn some cool details. Greetings everyone, I'm Jack and welcome to Tardis Central. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Tardis Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. As always, please answer your thoughts in the comment section below, because if you're talking about Doctor Who, then we want to hear about it. Okay, let's go. The episode's official preview pictures mostly emphasize what we already know. There's a big emphasis on the characters we already know are in the episode. Rolling back into the Unit Tower HQ, first seen in The Giggle, the Doc and Ruby run into Kate Stewart, played by the wonderful Gemma Redgrave. I do wonder if Ruby will need to be introduced to her, or if her memory of 73 yards will leak through. Filling out the unit cast are Rose Noble, played by the wonderful Yasmin Finney, Connor Ibrahim, played by Alexander Devrient, and newcomer Morris Gibbons, played by Lenny Rush, as a new scientific advisor and child genius. We know UNIT is a thing for hiring friends of a doctor, but now they're hiring kids. We need a reform on child labour, seriously. Although there is actually a former companion returning, Mel Bush, played by the wonderful Bonnie Langford, who looks to be assisting the Doctor with Susan Triad. After a surprise appearance during The Giggle, I hope that she gets something to do and a little bit more. Susan's tech presentation seems a little ominous. There's also an acronym with the S Triad. I'd love for a misdirect here. Could she somehow have access to Tardis technology? Who could give her this knowledge? I mean, it's intriguing. One of these pictures does stand out, however. There's a photo of Mrs. Flood, played by Anita Dobson, sitting on the bed of Cherry Sunday, played by Angela Winter. Setting aside the fact we're looking at two EastEnders legends acting side by side, this does raise a lot of questions. What's Mrs. Flood doing in Ruby's apartment? Given her fourth wall breaking abilities, I do wonder what she knows about the series' big questions. With Carla, Michelle Greenidge, helping Ruby at UNIT, perhaps Mrs. Flood's more sinister intentions are about to come out. There's a couple of clips of this week's episode that have been released around the internet, starting with a preview clip at the end of the official Doctor Who podcast. It is based on an extended version of the Doctor's arrival at UNIT, which opened the season's trailers. We see Kate call for a gold protocol, presumably some procedure for the Doctor's arrival. And the cameras cut into Rose, Morris, Ibrahim and even the Vinks getting ready for the Doctor's arrival. Not a lot to see here unfortunately, but it's kind of a cool scene. Thankfully, the clip from Doctor Unleashed shows a little bit more. For starters, Ibrahim calls out, "Doctor on the bridge." It's a little corny, but I'll allow it. The Doctor then exits the TARDIS, screaming the all familiar, "Give me the loving." I'm not screaming it. Now he's obviously hugging Rose. It's a cute scene and quite the dramatic entrance. Although with the amount of trailers that have come out, we've seen it a lot and it's kind of lost its charm. It does seem like the creative teams are playing their cards very close to their chest as far as clips go for this episode. No hint of the episode's actual plot can be anywhere to be found. Although the next time trailer from the end of Rogue changes that, we get a glimpse of all the Susan Twist roles, then a glimpse of Susan Triad. But before I can ask if Triad remembers those roles, we get a brief flash of Susan Twist as an alien, as well as a horrifying android figure. The rest of the trailer features Mel saying there's something wrong, as we flash to our heroes looking a little scared, looking into the distance. A horrifying growling noise is all around these clips, followed by Kate, soldiers with guns, and saying, whatever it is, here it comes. It leaves me incredibly hyped for what we're going to encounter in this episode, and hopefully UNIT gets some good action. That I would like. There's a lot of speculation surrounding the identity of the episode's villain or person. After all, they're presumably being the big bads of the series. Every series arc written by Russell T Davies has brought back a classic villain. The Dalek Emperor, the Cyberman, the Master, Davros, and it's no surprise that people are expecting that here. He was reported in Doctor Who magazine, but the villain was referred to with a code name, making this all the more likely it is someone we know of, and that's why we got a code name. It has been said that the staff may confuse this name for something else, narrowing down the results further. A lot of people, including us, have jumped on the Sutika villain hype train, a villain who's not been seen since Pyramid of Mars in 1975. Considering the vague similarity between Suta and the horror actor David Schute's last name, I can see where it's all coming from. That's about it for the evidence we have here. Same as how Susan, played by Carol Ann Ford's return, has been theorized due to her being name dropped in The Devil's Cord. As a massive fan of the classic series, I'd love for either of these to happen, although I don't think they're particularly likely, unfortunately. The series' mysteries are slightly more compelling. I can see Ruby's mother being a massive reveal, possibly with a very famous actress in the part. Wouldn't it be all surprising if we get the biggest snowstorm of the series yet, as the mother emerges from the snow. On the other hand, the Doctor looks shocked as he watches the Triad's performance. She's definitely set to do something crazy. Could we see some harbinger of godlike Sutika who's about to make their grand entrance? It's a concept we've seen earlier in the series, so who knows. One thing's for certain, we're in for a hell of a ride this weekend. The universe looks set to be shaken to its core. Davies series files throughout the 2000s never disappointed, and with the series' increased budget, this could be the bigger than ever before. No matter who the villain is, who Susan Triad is, or who Ruby's mum is, I'm sure it'll be a cool series of reveals regardless. Hopefully some of these answers will tie into one another, leaving us with 3 massive cliffhangers leading into next week's final. Fingers crossed, but it looks like a very fun time in episode 7. So, are you excited for the upcoming episode? I'm really keen to see what they do with the story of Ruby Sunday. It is an exciting time for Doctor Who. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Tardis Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. For now, I've been Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you this weekend with our review of The Legend of Ruby Sunday. Goodbye.